having played the demo, this is absolutely gorgeous. And I am a Mana fan from way back. Secret of Mana was pretty much my first JRPG. I mean, I played a few before that, but I never got into one as much as I did with Secret of Mana. That was the one that made me go, oh, I like RPGs now.
The peoples of our world live their lives blessed by the powers of mana. To maintain that balance, alms are chosen to offer their souls.
Oh, that's
to the
freaking
mana
so
tree.
pretty.
This is how we continue the cycle and ensure a future of prosperity.
Is that loud enough?
For millennia, we have lived and died this way. And so we shall forevermore, as each land continues its long tradition seeing the appointed alms off on their pilgrimage to the mana tree.
It's a good year for trees and gaming, isn't it? The style is just so lush. You can make a really powerfully colorful scene, but the style they used for it really makes it pop. And will make it somewhat timeless as well, which I love. There's the shot. How many sword orbs you got there, bud? He's charging up. Chef's kiss, whoever made that trailer. Beautiful work. There's so many times when I see an RPG try to go for this, like, epic presentation, and it falls flat, but that one, they actually got that feeling. Oh, okay, I'm gushing already. I've only literally turned it on. You know what a sucker I am for a gorgeous art style. Okay, save data from the demo has been confirmed. I will receive 3 weapons for Val as bonuses at the beginning of Chapter 1. Okay. Oh, I have to tell you as well, they gave me the deluxe version, so I don't know if I want even to have the deluxe version, but I have the deluxe version, so there may be weapons or things that aren't just, like, normally there. I just wanted to make that extra clear, though, in case anyone sees what is, for me, in the game, and then is confused when they get it. You know what I mean? The demo is still available, by the way, if you want to play this without purchasing it. You can try the demo. And I thought it was a decent demo. It gave me a nice smattering of different setups to enjoy. There was a little open worldiness, little meandering and farming potential, a little bit of questing, and then a boss fight to cap it off, of course. VSync is on by default, or it's probably saved my demo settings, actually. Cool. Yeah, no, everything's good to go. We did try the Japanese voice acting as well, and both the English and the Japanese seemed pretty solid. I think depending on your preferences, you may like one or the other more, but they both seem good. I'll leave it on English, though, just for now, so people that are sort of half watching the stream don't have to try to read subtitles. Unless you speak Japanese, of course. I'm going to set it to normal. I appreciate that there is a easy and a beginner, in case you're not interested in a really challenging scenario. There was a slightly different attitude towards the Japanese voice acting, though. I felt like the characters came across a little differently, but not in a bad way, just differently. You only get the Texan girl in English, yeah, exactly.
The Alm is rejecting her duties and attempting to flee. But the Earth Elemental's protection is nearly spent. At this rate, the very fabric of this realm will fray. This place will no longer receive the blessings of mana power.
Liza! How's your foot? Can you make it?
I'm fine. But, Orin, listen. I don't think it's right to run away.
It's too late for that now, Liza. See? We're nearly to the gate. We have to hurry before they realize what we're doing. Come on!
So we're getting an in media res kind of startup here. Ooh, nice and smooth. Just giving it a little quick pan to make sure that my frame rate is pretty stable. And yeah, it went 59 and then locked to 60 again, and that was good. No problems there.
Do you think we'll make it past the gate up ahead?
They aren't watching all the exits to the village yet. Hurry.
I hear a twinkling, and it made me think there was a beetle. I gotta knock down a spirit ash from a tree somewhere.
Huh?
What are you two doing out here so late? Hang on. Where do you think you're taking our Liza?
No, this route won't work. Let's try the other way.
This feels a little reminiscent of the start of Tales of Arise as well. We were like escorting someone out of a mine area, and that was the first little bit of it. Actually, how did Dragon's Dogma 2 start? Wasn't that also kind of... Maybe not. Big bridge.
Huh?
As I said, I'm just excited to see what the origin story is here.
From the village like this, Orin.
The Soul Guard is on his way. You have to wait here for him.
If you won't be reasoned with, you will have to
A lot
make
of
you stay
mines
by
lately
force.
at the start of RPGs.
Orin, what should we do?
We have no choice.
We get out of the mine. It's the only option.
Blast.
All right, let's win the battle. Hell yeah.
Come on, Liza. This way. All right, that do it.
Yeah. Oh, I know that combo. I've done that combo for years. Thank you.
Stay out of this, okay?
Yeah, well, you already cut them up, so they're out. By the way, if you think that the visuals are going to be this kind of like dusty, rocky mesa terrain mostly, it's not at all. This is but one of many very colorful and gorgeous biomes, and this one is just a little dustier than average.
What now?
The demo
There's
showed
just
off
the
some
sand wheel ahead and
gorgeous,
no way
lush
past it.
forests with ice areas and stuff.
I know. That's the plan.
Oh no, Buju, I'm so sorry. I hope the dog's okay.
It's all up from
Ooh,
here.
big wheel.
I guess we'll see.
I remember getting chased by that thing in Bulletstorm. Jump by pressing A and again to double jump. Oh, we're doing one of those, okay. A little platforming action. The lightest of platforming.
That went better than I thought.
For you.
I mean, I wouldn't have minded
you were
waiting
shaking the whole
around.
way up.
Sorry about that. Didn't realize you're afraid of heights.
Hey, Kefka. I just have to keep looking at the landscape. Sorry, I'll go on.
Think about what you're doing, Orin. This is madness.
We don't want to hurt you.
Do you remember the
Either of
setup
you.
of the
You
original
can't be
Secret of
serious
Mana?
about fleeing the village. You just
You
can't
stumble upon the Mana Sword and take it out of
That's
its
not
spot,
madness.
and then
It's
you kind of
survival.
awaken all of the evil by removing the monosword from its spot. And then you become an exile from your town. So, I don't know about the sword specifically here, but we are probably about to become an exile of our town.
Our friends,
We don't have time for this right now!
I thought it was such a nice setup because it was like, yeah, maybe your town forsook you, but like your friends actually still have your back anyway. And you're basically thrown into... Oh, that's so pretty. I love that gem. You were thrown into a life of like ultimate tumultuousness and confusion, but yet your friends still cared, and that was sweet. There was a sort of warmth to that game that I appreciated. And that was through the art style, through the way characters spoke to each other. The way it sort of pushed forward against, like, tyranny and fascism. I thought that was a nice message, of course.
Listen to me. Without Liza as the alm of our village, Guju will fall to ruin.
Oh, the soundtrack is absolutely one of the best, yeah.
To offer their soul to the Tree of Mana. They ensure life and prosperity for the rest of us.
This feels like a retelling of Final Fantasy X a little with the soul to the tree thing.
Of course we do. But we can't give up our happiness. We've gone through so much to be together. And you should know that.
I do, Auron. It's rare for someone to settle down in a village other than where they were raised. People worried that Liza would feel estranged here when they heard of your
I feel like this voice actor could slip into Torbjorn at any moment.
Passed, and we came to love her as one of
Wait
our
till
own.
you see my meatballs!
We're so happy to see her flourishing.
Sorry.
Happy for you both. You're not the only
It's a serious
one who
moment.
doesn't want to lose her, Auron.
Then don't stop us!
Auron, maybe he's right.
It has to be
I have
her?
a duty to fulfill. As the Alm.
Absolutely not! We're going to leave, run away, and we'll keep running. And running until the world forgets all about alms. Until the world is free from this cycle of sacrifice!
Auron.
Liza is right. Listen to her, Auron. Return to us.
Do we have to do it on this bridge? This always results in us jumping off the bridge.
Stay back!
I am not your enemy, Auron. I'm your friend, and I'm here to help
I
you.
said stay back!
But you're like trying to usher my other friend to their death. So... Oh, you're blindly slicing. Don't do that.
Denim, run! It's going to collapse!
Oh, it's so high. I told you we shouldn't have done it on the bridge. Oh no, you killed him. Yeah, this is one of those things I never want to do. I never want to ride a bridge down into a cliff. Wow. But if they go down the bridge, they can go to Demon Ruins.
Auron,
Come on, Liza.
Alright. So we have severed the bridge
Sorry, Denim.
and escaped. Is Denim gone? Oh no. Imagine if they like put his body on one of those rocks there if you're paying very close attention. Because he probably would have fallen against them. Oh no. Oh. The friends are here. Okay. First I want to look at these gems for a second. Look how they shine. Very nice. We're probably going in there, so let's talk to them now.
Hey, Auron! You have to go back!
Liza, what are you doing?
He was holding onto the bridge, but there's no way he could hold that long. Like, we got up and climbed up the bridge. Do you think he also could do that? Maybe. I don't know. From there, it looks like the whole top of the bridge fell off. Like, there's only a few rungs now, whereas before it went down halfway down the cliff.
Hey, Orin.
You have to go back.
Liza, what are you doing?
We have to head to the plat.
All right. Sorry, I just I wanted to see if they had any other lines, so...
Guess we won't be coming back anytime soon.
No.
What are you?
This is goodbye to Guju. But let's head for Lagrazzo.
Goodbye,
The Dark
Guju.
Archives have the largest library in the world. They've got to have something that can
Big
help
jump.
us.
Oh, I'm very upwardly mobile. I want to learn about what those little spirits are. They're cool. I wonder if we can harness their energy later.
You used to be a soul guard, Liza. You know how important an alm's duty is.
You're wearing a pot.
Orin, you have to turn back.
You're forcing our hand. We don't want to fight.
You're forcing my
but we
finger to press
will.
X 6 times.
Please let us go. I beg you.
I'm sorry, like 8 times. Sorry, it's more than that.
It's not too late to stop this. Please, Orin.
I understand what we're risking. I do.
One of the small criticisms I had about the demo was that they like packed a lot of tutorialization in a very small time.
Why did it?
And I think that's just because they didn't have the scope of the proper game to teach what needed to be taught. Because now we're not having that issue and we're already getting into the game, so... What did I do to them?
What's wrong?
Well, I did just cut all of you with swords.
What's going on?
Oh. We don't have the power of the alm's protection anymore, right? So they're turning into... whatever that is.
Berta! Jan! Rago! Nash! No!
They got Nash! No problem, Kefka.
Are these things
These seem
friends?
not possible to fight, maybe, because they're level... Oh, I'm level 19.
Please! You have to stop! Don't you recognize us?
We have to end this. Now! Step aside!
Oh, they're actually pretty weak.
What in the... Who's next?
Oh.
Right.
So you can break their defense and then they kind of flop up in the air for comboing reasons.
Send this. Thanks for the help.
I love that I have a healer on my team already. That's very handy. Well, they like channeled rocks they meant to throw, but they were pretty slow.
We've angered the earth.
That's what I thought. We live in the earth biome, so I guess they're getting like imbued with earth power. Oh.
No. We will escape.
There's an evolved Luxio.
Liza!
How do you not notice that? Guess you're a bit overwhelmed.
Get clear of its path.
Got a case of clam
I'll
face.
take care of this.
I don't know if we can take care of this.
What in the goddess's name is this?
I'll start with the feet, I guess.
Get ready.
Oh, it's got lasers? It's a Gardelgore frog.
It's human shaped, so maybe the head is its weak point.
Great point.
Not good. Gotta stay away from that thing.
For some reason, dragons are weak in their heads as well. Well, we'll have to hit it until it falls over, probably. Like so.
Send this.
Starting to rampage. Watch out.
Oh, it's starting a rampage. Okay, here it comes. I'll just keep hitting its leg, though.
Send this. Thanks.
The combat's very intuitive so far. It's really just kind of smash on X and get out of the way when you have to.
Not because we want to.
But it gets much more complex as you go. Managing multiple characters, swapping between them, setting up moves, spell support, elemental spell support. I never got to hit the head. That's okay.
It's over. Let's go, Liza. We're safe now. Let's go. Liza?
Orin? Orin, it hurts. My body won't move.
Oh no.
Liza? Liza! No! What's happening? Wait! No! You'll be fine. Just...
Oh, she's gotten gorgoned.
Orin, I'm sorry.
Is this like what happens if they don't fulfill their duty under the mana tree? That's so sad. Like, the mana tree demands a sacrifice? That just doesn't seem like the mana tree that I know and loved. I thought it was ever bountiful. That was more moving than I was expecting for a very quick intro. Oh. Classy. I was gonna say before, Kefka, like, you said how I haven't changed from the indie impressions days. I think what's happened, and I took ages to understand this, I'm, like, really visually attuned in general. I seem to take on a lot more feeling than I ought to by seeing colors. It makes me really excited to see really pretty colors, and it's like as simple as that, and that's been the gate into so many other artistic interests. And it sometimes is just as simple as this is beautiful, and that is enough to make me really want to know more about it. But if you can get to something that's artistically beautiful and meaningful at the same time, that's the ultimate fusion of energy. But I mean to say, like, my perception seems to be such that I take more from color than most people seem to. I just am, like, immediately pulled into it. And people always throw the word synesthesia around. I don't think I'm, like, tasting the color or anything like that, but it really makes me feel a certain way to see color. And I've probably taken it a bit far at times, like, I've let it be too much of a factor in my decision-making, but I also think leaning into it's mostly okay. What a lovely intro that was. I'm sorry I talked over it, actually.
Tiania, the Fire Village. A quiet settlement where generation upon generation of townsfolk have lived in peace. Aside from the occasional flare-up from the nearby volcano, we have prospered from the blessings of fire, the patron element of our village. And so, our way of living has continued. Today, we honor tradition to ensure the survival of our people. Today is the day that the fairy appears.
Well, the reason I mention it is because I kind of always thought everyone felt the same way about when they perceive artwork, but I think I get more of an intense feeling from it than some do. Sometimes bordering on overwhelming. Like, I went to a botanical gardens, and it was like bringing me to almost the verge of tears just looking at flowers. I'm like, that's a lot.
Finally get your chance to be a soul guard. Fulfill your duty faithfully, Val.
I will, Dad. I'll carry on Liza's legacy with pride. I won't let anyone down.
A soul guard's job is really important. We'd sacrifice it all to protect the alms on their journey to the Mana Tree and ensure they fulfill their duty to the world. That's why fighting prowess is only a small part of what you need to become a soul guard. What matters most.
I don't mean to be
is your
dismissive
heart.
when I compared this to Final Fantasy X. It's fine if they both have similar
Liza, huh?
storylines, but like that is very
Come to think
similar,
of it,
right?
We never did hear much from her after she settled down in the Earth Village, did we?
We were
It's
the
been 4
protector
years since
of
the Alm from
an
Guju
alm, essentially,
disappeared
in
and
that
brought
game.
about the destruction of their village. No word as to whether Liza made it out or not, either. In any case, once the alms reach the tree, you better come straight home. Hina would be inconsolable.
Yeah, I know.
Val, it's almost time for the fairy's arrival. Don't you need to pick up Hina on your way?
I love Hina.
Whoops. I better go.
Yeah, see? Gotta go.
The whole village is excited for the festival.
Oh, it's so smooth. Oh my god, I'm getting items galore. Okay, I'm covering the map, so I'm gonna move my face over to there now. I think I just got like 10 items. As I said, that's because they gave me the deluxe version. I didn't necessarily want that, but, you know, I appreciate it, but at the same time, I like having the sort of standard experience too. Changing outfits. Players who procure the additional downloadable content can access special outfits from the appearance section. Oh yeah, we can change our weapon's appearance, which may be silly, but it does matter to me. I do like that that was a thing that you could do in the original game. As you put orbs into them, they evolved and became cooler looking, essentially. And we do have different weapons to look at. The Brave Blade. Now I wonder, should I actually use the better blades that I've gotten, just because I wouldn't necessarily have them. Oh, and you can use an appearance menu, so you can make them look like another sword if you like the look of one of them. That's great. Big fan of that. So I can choose my outfit as well, cosmetically. And it's just 2 slots, so one for the sword, one for the armor. I guess there's no, like, headpieces or anything. I'm trying to think, the original Secret of Mana was it weapon, armor, and headpiece? I feel like there were 3. Not that it matters, just wondering. Orin and Liza, fearful of the sacrifice to come, Orin and Liza attempt to escape their home on Guju. The fairy looks on, worried about what their flight could mean for the future of the Earth Village. Orin and Liza find themselves confronted by villagers, patrollers, and even their friend Danim as they make their escape. Everyone pleads with Liza to fulfill her duty as the new Alm of Earth. Without her sacrifice to the Mana Tree, the village will be destroyed. But Orin refuses to listen and continues to fight his way through the village with Liza at his side. As foretold, Liza's departure affects the entire village. Gaian patrollers in the area violently transform into vicious golem monsters and attack them both. Orin dispatches the enemies, but finds that Liza herself is turning to stone. Wonder why she didn't turn into one of those vicious golem monsters. Clutching her petrified hand in his, Orin sobs in vain as Guju crumbles to ruin around him. So they've established it's not an idle threat. If the people that are destined to sacrifice themselves to the tree don't do the thing, that element will be forsaken and those people will be killed. Seems pretty harsh. Still using candy for HP ups. What was the really good HP up? It was like a cup of something. It was like a full HP and MP restore. Oh, a kitty. Oh yeah, there's decent amounts of cats in this, by the way, which I'm very happy about. Little ginger kitties everywhere. I'm still getting armor. I don't think you can pet them, unfortunately. I couldn't in the demo, and I don't know why. It's sad. Can I get something here? Oh, a mythic cookie. Temporarily increases XP gain by 20%. Okay.
Val?
Your father and I will stay here, Val. Go on then. Hina's waiting for you. You made plans to meet up with her, didn't you?
Val?
Yeah. Okay. So many nice kitties!
This is kind of exciting. This might be useful.
Fairy Acorn restores 20 MP. I think that's the same. I'm trying to listen if there's like an ambient fire sound. I think there is, but it's like really quiet in the mix. I definitely would play the SNES one as that secret, yes. And don't be confused, Secret of Evermore is not the same series.
Be sure you are respectful and attentive when you attend the festival tonight.
I will be, Master Fugo. I remember what Liza always told me about a soul guard's duties.
Yes, Liza is an excellent example. Our ancestor was appointed by the goddess of mana herself to protect the alms. Since then, the soul guard has always been selected from Tia Nia too.
Yeah. I've had
So
enough
are
of
the
history
fairies
lessons.
envoys to the
Now
tree
it's time to put
exactly?
my
Is that...
training to the test.
They seem to be
And tests you shall
independent,
face.
maybe.
Just remember that you possess a rare ability, not seen in this village for ages. Your talent for turning monsters into stones will serve you well in your travels.
Okay.
Val, you must see that no harm comes to the alms, be it monster or creature that stands in your way.
Sorry, Master Fugo, but I really gotta go. Hina's waiting for me, and I don't want to be late.
He's telling you the super important thing, and he's like, I gotta go!
I know I should listen to what he says, but Master Fugo always rambles. Hina's probably waiting for me.
Alright, well, he's a rambler. He was born a rambling man. Look at the nice dog! Big woof. Oh. This is a save point?
Let's plan our next move.
Oh, fast travel. Oh, and save. Okay. I thought the save points had like a stone or something, but I just misremembered. Oh, right. They turn into that. Lovely. It's just so lush. I hope that the stream is conveying the quality of this. It's saturated, it's painterly, it's almost like oil painting levels of, like you could touch this. We pick our fruits once a year, but the fairy chooses the alms once every 4. Guess you could say that means the alms are 4 times as precious. Wait, so they have to sacrifice a person every 4 years? Is this an allegory to the American election system?
Yes.
Improves elemental affinity. I wonder if Genshin Impact was much of a reference in their visual style guide, because it feels like a little bit of that is in there. Not that that's a bad thing. I think Genshin Impact's gorgeous looking. I kind of want to go pick up all the treasure, but I also want to go meet Hina. Oh wow, I've got quite a run to me. Hello, Moo.
Taking this?
Oh, wish I could interact with all the nice animals. What? Do you have an artichoke in your butt? That looks uncomfortable.
Taking this?
The new SMT game, Fantasio, the storyline to that sounds like it's absolutely bonkers in the most interesting way. The whole premise is apparently that you're trying to get elected as president, and there's something called election magic, which I don't know what that means. After I watched the interview with the developers talking about it, or it was voice actors actually talking about it, I was like, okay, I'm actually kind of interested in this now, because it sounds really weird, but in a fun way. Cup of Wishes, that's the one I was talking about. Yeah, it's a revive. I got it wrong before. It's a revive and also HP refill. Huge.
Taking this?
Okay, I've kind of given it a quick once-over. Character seems to navigate the environment quite well. Did you see there was some, like, procedural mantling and hopping over things?
Oh.
The Soul Guard and all the alms go to this place called the Monastery. I heard it's really far from here. But it's probably really big, so we can see it from far away, too. I was gonna go to the festival with Hina, but I guess it's better if you take her today, Val. Didn't Chrono Trigger start with you going to a festival, and then everything kicks off from there? I guess they're good points for bringing people together. Also, that's just a little bit sketchy.
Sorry, Hina. I lost track of time.
Well, well. I see someone's excited about becoming a Soul Guard. Or is it nerves? I can't say I'm thrilled to see you go, but I'll pray for your safe return every day.
I won't let you down.
I know you won't. Let's head to the square.
There's something comforting about feeling like it's okay to buy into the earnestness of all these characters right now. I don't feel like this game is going to try to outwit me with some sort of, like, crazy twist.
Seems like anyone would be happy to get the job.
Does that make sense to say? Like, I don't think this is the type of game that is trying to engage with you in a way that's, like, intentionally confusing or anything. It's just, we're telling you a story, here's some characters, they're involved in the story. It's, like, refreshing almost. Hello there, Val. Thank you for always looking out for my little Hina. It warms my heart to see how much you care about her. Hina's gonna be so sad when you set off on your pilgrimage as Soul Guard. To be honest, so will I. Why are we making kids do this stuff? It's always kids doing this. Stop sacrificing children to things. Can I go down there? I'm worried I'm gonna die. Nope, okay, it's fine. Oh, mining node. I don't think I can do that yet.
Yes! This is kind of exciting. This might be useful.
He always wants to say this is kind of exciting, and then he doesn't get time to say it. Maybe the bigger treasure chests take longer to open or something.
Yes! Taking this?
What are you doing? Looking for Pokemon? I wanted to play hide-and-go-seek with the fairy, but I forgot she can fly. Oh, yeah. That makes it tough. She'd find me no matter where I tried to hide. Well, it's a lesson learned. Don't play hide-and-go-seek with a fairy.
This might be useful.
Unless you want to lose. I cannot just climb walls. That's not a thing. I think I'll save again since I ran around in circles picking up stuff. Nice snappy save system.
Hina, over here.
The cutscenes seem to be at 30 FPS, in case you're noticing that they seem a little bit less smooth.
There! It's the fairy!
She's so beautiful.
I could be the Alm.
Oh, fairy.
We want to be the Alm?
I will bring prosperity to the village.
It would be an honor to be named the Alm.
Fairy, grant me the honor of becoming an Alm.
Oh, this is so weird.
Huh?
This is just inherently a sad moment. A bunch of children begging to die.
One whose heart is full of love and passion, Hina. By the grace of the goddess of mana, I name you the Alm of Fire.
I accept.
Oh, there's an option not to accept. Wait, so what happened with the other girl then? Why did she accept?
Val's just excited because this means he gets to travel together with Hina. Isn't that right?
Well, maybe so.
This is so weird.
Val and Hina and Soulguard and Alm, make sure you keep her safe on your way to the Mana Tree.
You bet I will.
Her parents are just gonna find out she's destined to die now.
Why, hello, Salamando. This year you've got a delightful Alm.
Of course I do. She's got passion, she's got spirit, and she's got fire in her soul.
Who is this?
Oh. Can't keep Sylphid waiting.
See ya. Tell the rest of them hi for me.
Whoa, you've got some Sonic attitude, don't you? What a strange little guy. I'm assuming these are like the magical Esper type characters that we summon to use their powers. Like the elemental guardians.
Master Fugo, what's wrong? Did something happen?
It's the monsters again. We've got some more that made it past our patrols. All the way to the thicket outside of the village.
I think we're sacrificing her to the tree on the behalf of the fire guy.
I hate to ask when you're on your way out, but could you? Think of it as one last chance to show us what you've learned.
Right, so okay, so I think that this has just clicked for me now. So the kids we saw at the start did understand what being an Alm meant. And these don't, and none of them know that yet. They don't understand this is a you're being put to death scenario. They just think it's like, oh, I get to be, you know, extra special. I'm elected to represent the fire element, or whatever. In their case, the earth.
Of the villagers to steer clear of the thicket for now.
So that's why everybody's all happy, because the reality hasn't kicked in yet. Because I can't handle them, like, being excited to find out she's being put to death. I just don't like that feeling at all. Especially if he, like, cares about her and he's like, oh, cool, we're gonna kill you. Great. That's really weird. You can change which ability seeds you have assigned to a character by going to the gear menu. Okay. Ability seeds. Have varying effects such as improving your character's stats or allowing them to learn powerful moves while equipped. However, you cannot assign multiple abilities of the same effect to one character. Your choice of skills can help you breeze through battles. Try out as many ability seeds as you can to find a combination that fits the way you want to play. Also, quite delightfully, you are able to equip certain abilities that are able to affect the environment as well. For example, we had a time ability that allowed us to slow down an ice flow so we could jump across it in an ice river later. Can boost your prowess, or by ability seeds by progressing through the character's elemental plot. Oh. To learn an ability from the elemental plot, you must progress far enough along the plot for each element. That's probably referring to the skill tree or something. These class-specific abilities will only take effect when you have the class equipped. Oh, we have to equip classes. I thought we inherently had those. You can assign ability seeds in your possession to ability slots. Ability seeds can be assigned to each character. Remember that the effects of the seeds will only activate once they are equipped. You cannot assign 2 ability seeds of the same name to one character. You'll have to work within the limitations to find the best combinations using the seeds at your disposal. Done. All. Fireball. Done. Okay, I have that now. I guess it's kind of important that there's a bit of depth to this system. I was gonna say that's kind of a lot of text boxes for that one thing, but, you know, fair enough. It's probably a pretty big deal. So let's go drive the monsters away from the thicket, I'd say. And let's talk to you. Fuego warned us to steer clear of the woods on the outskirts of the village. There are loads of monsters roaming them, apparently.
Yes.
What if I find a gold cobra?
Yes.
And Fred Durst jumps out of the bushes, doing his dad mode dance or whatever the hell. I thought I saw a little light beam over here. I guess not. Sorry if this crop is making the encoder go a little mad. Well, all of this nature stuff. Oh, Rabbite.
Hina, what are you doing here?
Val.
I always found them to be kind of a funny
Keep
design.
everyone away. You gotta take care of yourself, Hina. You're the Alm now.
Sorry. I just had something I needed to do out here before I left.
You got a big ring.
Looks like the monsters went away once they saw you were coming. Good job, Mr. Soulguard.
Yeah, well, it won't be that easy every time. I'm just glad nothing got you.
Oh, they don't know
When
what's
you're
ahead
lost,
of them, do
always
they?
Trust your instincts. But remember,
Why would they?
everything
They're just
hinges
kids.
on a single moment. Don't let your doubts sway you.
Do I hear the words of Master Fugo coming out of your mouth?
Oh yeah, I said Fuego. It's
I
Fuego.
barely knew which way was up when I first started my training. Now that I've got my own duties to fulfill, I can't stop thinking about what he said. It's thanks to Master Fugo's teachings that I got here in time. Or at least thanks to his nagging.
I admire your honesty. You're good at taking life as it comes, and you listen to people, like your master.
Does that count as honesty? I do try to meet people where they are, so maybe.
Just goes to show you had a good upbringing in Tiania. You're welcome, by the way.
Yeah, you're probably right. Thanks for all you've done for me so far, Hina.
Now there's the Val I know.
Why is she acting like she's his mother?
Master, I took care of the monsters.
They sensed his soul guardiness and ran as soon as Val came near. Isn't that great?
I see. Well, I can't deny you look ready for the pilgrimage. Sorry to delay your departure.
Shouldn't I at least be
Thanks for the
level
help.
25?
Don't forget to stock up on what you need before you go. The road is long, and the wise go prepared.
We also get to
I
ride these
remember
cute little
my
tiger
first journey
things.
as the soul
Oh, they got
guard.
the dancing
I
shopkeeper.
ran out of medical herbs and had to come back to Tiania.
Love it.
The children laughed because I had made such a grand display of leaving, and...
I think I'll wait for you in the square. Let me know when you're ready to go, okay?
Right, he tends to ramble a bit.
It's a long journey. Better make sure I'm stocked up on items.
I'll take 5 cats and 3 dogs, please. I'll be a caravan of cats walking throughout the landscape, and they can all run off and catch a mouse. Okay, so we've got items to go look up. Who are you? Meridians are like underground paths that mana flows along. Alright, there's like a circulatory system, like how ninjas have for chakra, but for mana around the earth. They sometimes surge out from the ground, and if you touch one, it'll leave you feeling healthy and refreshed. Oh, it's just a way to get your health back, I bet. Ley lines, yeah.
Hey!
I was expecting the shopkeeper music to kick on when I walk near them. I don't know why. I guess it doesn't do that. Finish preparing for your pilgrimage? If you're missing anything, I'm confident I have it in stock.
What can I get for you?
Yeah, alright, well, that's not very much.
Please come again.
Thank you, though. I was hoping I get a tiger bikini and, I don't know. I don't even remember what else I could buy. A candy bar.
Welcome.
Fine and sturdy armor. Well, she wouldn't have had the tiger bikini anyway. I guarantee it'll protect you on your journey.
Please peruse what we have.
Please, Peruvian. Patchwork vest is 11 and 10, which is an improvement. So I guess I'll buy it. Even though I know I have better stuff already, I just I'm going to pretend I don't have that stuff until I eventually forget and then equip it and then go, oh, why am I so strong?
Let's plan our next move.
Right, well, we're prepared, I guess. Off we go. Let's go get you murdered for a tree.
Right?
I didn't buy you any gear. Alright, let's go. Whole village is supposed to see us off. Hope you don't get stage fright. Yeah, it just seems like they're excited to be a part of something.
Val, I hereby appoint you the official Soul Guard, tasked with delivering the arm of each region to the Tree of Mana. See that you look after them on their
I sure hope
pilgrimage
the
to
elders
fulfill
don't
their
know what this
sacred
means and
destinies.
aren't telling us.
Do you accept this charge?
I do.
And Hina? As the Arm of Fire, are you prepared to offer your soul to the Tree of Mana?
I am.
I just don't want this to be
Remember,
not wholesome.
You have been appointed by the fairy and chosen by the
It's so
elemental
sad.
of fire for this solemn journey, Hina. Your duty as the Arm is to ensure that mana power continues to flow unabated. Without mana, disaster will befall these lands, as it has other unfortunate
God, it really is an allegory, isn't it?
I accept this great honor.
The old people
and will
that don't
fulfill
want to
my role
change
as
are
the
like, well, I
Arm.
don't have to go, so send the kids off to go
The
burn
road
for a
will
tree.
be long, but I know you will look out for each other. Take care.
And we'll just give you some pomp and circumstance and make you feel special, and, you know, we get to keep doing what we're doing.
That day, I accepted my fate and left my village. A person chosen to offer their soul to the goddess, an alm, must journey to the mana tree. The mana of the world is replenished through that alm sacrifice.
No, she does
blessing
know.
our lands with prosperity.
They're all nuts.
Should an alm fail to fulfill their duty, calamity will befall their home, disrupting the entire world balance. I was elated to have been given such an important job for the sake of my people.
What about the Hunger Games? I guess in this case, it's like God stuff that we don't think we could subvert, as opposed to a human-run government which could be overturned. It was just about them flaunting, you know, arrogantly showing off their status, as opposed to this is like, well, it's an immutable law of the universe, so since it has to happen, I guess I might as well be involved. No, I don't like it. Oh. Me saying I don't like it doesn't mean I don't like the game. I just mean the story makes me feel a huge amount of dissonance and makes me sad, but I can still appreciate things that make me sad. It's just, I wanted it to be wholesome. Maybe we can kill God. That's fine. I'm up for that. The power of friendship. We come together and we take down God, and then no one has to die, actually. Because they didn't in the first place. It was all nonsense. Shortcuts allow you to quickly execute moves or use items during battle without having access to the ring menu. Okay, shortcuts are a thing.
Who would have thought we'd get to make this trip together as Alm and Soulguard?
Someone's excited, I see.
Well, you know, spending time with you has always been easy.
I just can't reconcile that they care about each other, but he's still like, yeah, let's go get you killed. That's what we have to do. It's just life. You know. So what? I'll just do that.
Yes.
Just had to go get the items there. You don't think he knows, but she knows. No, I think they all know. Based on that last little text blurb, I think they all know. It's just the way the world seems to work, and they've just bought into it because it's not something they think they can change. I never did play Ni no Kuni, no. I heard it would be a great game for me to get into, and I never did it.
If you're looking for Longren, the Veil of Wind, it's this way.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I knew that.
My father took me with him to Longren, just the one time, but I remember the path a little. You haven't been this way before, right?
Nope. I really only know the outskirts of Tiania well. But I did try and study the route as part of my Soulguard training. Had a map and everything.
I'm sure you'll do fine, my most esteemed escort.
Don't you worry, Hina.
It makes me even sadder when they talk all goofy like that.
Won't lay a finger on you.
Who said I was worried? I'd expect nothing less from the best swordsman in the village.
Sounds like Dorfer's as excited as we are.
You're right. I'm going to miss these rumbles once we're gone.
What I don't understand is what changed with the two in the first town, in the Earth Village. Why did they react the way that I should expect to react to this scenario?
Breeze the whole time I was there. We can get a nice sea breeze by the harbor, but the wind in Longren felt different.
Cool. Something to look forward to once we make it through the passage.
Very pointy. I bet a dragon lives in there.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, what is this water? It's so green. I think it's just because there's like a ton of plants there. Sorry, it's very hard for me to concentrate on the road. I just have to look at all the plants. Kind of feel like I could Jack and Daxter around this environment pretty well. Oh, what have I done? Oh, I walked past the scripted boundary there.
Huh?
That monster is called a Rabbite.
Oh, I know.
I hear they aren't so tough.
You could do critical damage to them.
For anything.
Just watch out for the bite.
I'm supposed to protect you.
How are you going to protect me against fiercer enemies if you get hurt now? At least let me heal you.
I have an actual answer to that negative space, but I don't want to say what it is because it really spoils the game.
Okay? I have to fulfill my...
Okay, we're gonna fulfill our duty. Oh, look at that sad crab! If the HP of all your party members reaches 0, or if all members are petrified and unable to continue fighting, it's game over. Yeah. At least it's not just if anyone goes down, because in this game you can revive. Sometimes that's the way it works, and I'm not a big fan of that, but it is the way some work. You can escape from a battle by continuously running against the edge of the combat area. However, be aware that you cannot escape from battle if the edge is red. Gotcha. Moves are strong attacks that you execute by consuming MP. There are several types of moves, such as magic or traps. The strength and healing potency of these moves is determined by the value of all characters' relevant stats. You can set your moves in the ring menu to a shortcut, so there's always a few. Yeah, I think it's good to use a fireball so you know how to do it. Very good. Rabbi didn't seem to care very much. They're not meant to be very hard. Whoa.
Easy day. All clear for you, Hina?
No injuries here. But what happened to the rabbite?
I don't know.
We murdered it.
Sometimes things around me crystallize during a fight. I don't know why. It just happens.
Oh, because I have special sword powers? I obtained a rabbite core stone. Oh shit, does it have a soul system?
So, about that rock that the rabbite transformed into, it has a strange, pretty color, don't you think?
Yeah. Maybe we'll find a use for those kinds of stones on our journey.
Then let's be sure to take
Is
them
this
with
secretly
us if we find
Dawn
them
of Sorrow? Oh shit, map time. I need to know more about this rabbite stone, please. The crystallized soul of a monster. Abilities. Yo, we could take and attune abilities off of monsters. That's actually awesome, and will probably result in a really fun combat system. I'm genuinely hyped to find that out. I didn't know that was a thing in the demo. They didn't show that that was a thing in the demo. Sorry, I just have to check all of these waterfalls. Hey, 9Hertz. It seems really good and maybe really sad. We've been sort of reconciling a bit of dissonance around the idea that the whole world is structured around children sacrificing each other to a big, uncaring tree. And that seems to be what our goal is here. These two kids that seem to be... I don't know if they're in love with each other or they at least care a lot about each other. The boy is supposed to bring the girl to the tree so she can be sacrificed to it. And they're all super happy about the whole idea. And that's weird to me. But we also saw another couple at the start of the game before we played as these two that were tasked with the same thing. And instead of accept it and be excited about it, they did what normal people do and go, I don't want you to die. Let's run away. That can't be the way it goes. And then they died anyway, or at least the girl did. I don't know what happened to the boy. The strength and healing potency of a move is determined by the value of the character's relevant stat. If you want to maximize the move potential, assign abilities that increase the corresponding stats. Attack magic determined by magic stat. Healing magic determined by spirit. And ninja moves by magic attack. Trap moves, attack and luck. Projectile moves, attack and luck.
Yes!
Oh, more rabbites? Yeah, I should probably kill more rabbites.
Wanna do this the hard way, huh?
Will I be able to combine their soul stones?
The elements are with you.
One left. Come at me.
We sure made quick work of them.
Yep, we sure did. We will level up soon.
This is kind of exciting.
So the only course of action I can now believe we are on, and I know our characters don't know this yet, but I think in the long-term arc of this story, the thing I hope to happen is they will find somehow that this is what is going to happen. When it confronts them, it will become a real problem, and they will have a crisis of character where the entire world's expectations is still not enough to make them want to go through with it, and they will decide to band together against this system to eventually overthrow it. That's the message I'm hoping for. I don't know if we'll get there, though. It may just be a wild story that goes in some other direction. Killing God is certainly on the table. Like, that is something we do regularly in JRPGs, so... if that's what has to happen, then, you know, the Mana Tree be damned. Well, the Mana Tree and the Elden Tree be damned. Maybe we burn trees now. That's the way it works.
This is
Get an exciting rare item.
Increased move damage. That's pretty good. Yeah, maybe I'll become the god. And then I can decree that it doesn't work that way anymore. Who knows? Wait, where do I do that? Here. There. So I've got 2 move seeds equipped. One of them improves my move damage, and the other one allows me to use Fireball. I'm assuming we will get more slots for those eventually. And I don't know how we equip or use these crystallized enemy souls, but the fact that we can even get the enemy souls means there's going to be some sort of move synthesis system based on what enemies we decide to farm the most.
Remember when the fairy came down right in front of you?
Oh, I remember. It just happened.
What was your gut reaction at the time?
Huh?
It was
I don't
sickening.
know. It happened so fast. I guess I was happy. I never thought I'd get to go on this kind of adventure with you. Seeing new sights and making all these memories together? At least, not as the Alm and her soul guard.
Oh, you're sweet. I felt the same. I always thought I'd stay in Tiania until the end of my days, listening to the waves on the coast and Dorfer's rumbles with the rest of the village. And I assumed the most exciting thing I'd get to see was the changing seasons in our little town. Not that I didn't enjoy that, too.
Home is where the heart is, they say. But don't worry, I won't let anything distract me from protecting.
This is very lore-based for, like, random walking around dialogue.
Let me see.
I kind of like that. Hey, congrats, Alwyn. That's awesome.
Taking this?
Maybe the guy who didn't want to sacrifice will be the bad guy, and the win condition will be to be a willing sacrifice. Ooh. I don't know how that works.
Let's plan our next move.
We'll burn that bridge when we get to it, I guess. Is there, like, a little hint of a motif from the original Secret of Mana in the soundtrack that's playing now? I don't think it's the whole song, but there might be, like, a little corner of a melody in there somewhere that I feel like I recognize. I might also be incepting myself and thinking I'm hearing that. Oh, yeah, I'll check all the waterfalls in a sec. I'm just looking over the cliff here for a sec, too. Like Gaia's navel sounding, you know, the cave song right after, you know when you kind of figure out what the sprite is up to and how the sprite was scamming people in the cave, right? And then the music changes from, it was like a little bit more foreboding and creepy to like this kind of upbeat soundtrack. I think I'm hearing a little of that. Or I'm just forgetting what that sounds like. I keep my expectations low on these waterfalls, so I'm not sure we're going to find anything good here. No. We can swim, though. Imagine they just recreated the original game looking like this. Not that it's not already gorgeous, it doesn't really need it, but... it would be interesting to see the game engage with a full 3-dimensional map. Anyway, where am I going? I'm headed backward right now. Let's head to the actual waypoint. Oh, this is the same waterfalls I checked already. I just turned around. Right, we're headed toward the ruins, and then... I don't know. I went back for the save or something. I'll still check all the waterfalls, so don't worry. I did that one already.
Taking this?
Is that an enemy? Oh, just sort of passive wildlife.
Yes.
I think we saw some chickens as well. Well, the cows and the cats and dogs as well, too.
I'll take you all on. You're mine.
Yeah, this game has such a setup that if it resolves in a certain way, it's gonna be just like a tear bath. I'm already sensing that.
Taking this.
Where was my fireball menu again?
We sure made quick work of them.
I already forgot. Oh, there. Ooh, colorful jugs. Okay, waypoint. I did hear that, yeah. I'm not sure what to make of that news.
Pretty far from home. Does Dorfer seem more active to you?
I think so.
What was that prophecy of disaster? Eruptions will scorch the earth with fire from every fissure, or something.
Don't worry, Dorfer will probably settle down after I fulfilled my duty as the
I'm starting to wonder if we've got it all backward.
You there! Watch out for falling debris from the volcano. Try and stay under the boulders to keep out of the way. Follow my lead.
Oh. Is it like when we leave our hometown as the Alm and their guardian, that town is just destroyed anyway?
Whoa there!
Like, this is something we're not fully getting about this interaction.
Of this area, but you two seem surprisingly calm in the face of an active volcano.
Well, I mean, yes?
This kind of thing is common in our area.
Very common, yeah.
I'm guessing this is your first volcanic rain, then.
First and hopefully last.
You look like a Hades character.
You came all this way to look at the terrain? Is there something strange about the soil here?
Yeah, the soil's a lot softer and more pliable than what I'm used to. We don't have volcanoes in my hometown. If you don't mind my asking, what are you two doing out here?
I was just named the Alm of Fire.
An Alm, huh? That must make
Why
you
don't they
the
have like
soul guard
3 guardians instead of just one?
Sure you're up to the job?
What if one of them sprains their
He might
ankle?
look like a pushover, but Val is the strongest swordsman in our village by far.
Excuse me.
Pushover? Give me a break, Hina.
What? It was a compliment.
I like those
Quite the
colorful
happy
feathers. They're very
couple.
nice.
You sure you want to do this? You can't be together after you reach the mana tree.
Oh?
You know?
What do you mean? We can't not go to the mana tree. It's the duty of the alms to rejuvenate the flow of mana by sacrificing their souls. There's nothing else to be done if we want a future for humanity. Plus, I'm the Soul Guard, and proud of it too. It's my mission to see the alms safely to their destination.
You must really like the world we live in to fight so hard to keep it this way.
Of course,
Please, I
we
need
gotta
someone
protect the
from
spirits of
actual
all our
reality
family
to
and
be in
friends.
this story
This world is all
tell
we've
them.
got.
You sound like it's not the same for you, Orin.
Is that what
Me?
Orin does?
Well, it's hard to say. Still, I'm glad to have met you both. Wow, this volcano won't give it a rest. It's probably not safe to leave just yet. We can camp together here if you like.
You have a point. It doesn't look like Dorfer is going to stop for a while.
Okay.
Ugh, it's getting worse. What a nightmare. If only this volcano weren't here.
I feel like I recognize that voice.
Though Dorfer Volcano may seem like a
Are they somebody
dangerous
from
eyesore
Blaze
to
Blue?
many, the people of Tiania have been brought up in its shadow since infancy. To us, the volcano's presence is as normal as the air we breathe. We never questioned its existence.
I love
or
that
wished
band,
it
The Air We
gone.
Breathe.
Why would we?
Oh, it's Ichigo from Bleach. Bleachigo. That would explain it. I did watch like 100 episodes of that show.
Wait a minute. Where's Orin?
Not here. I guess he must have set out already. Oh, Val, look! He left this
Oh, they're
candy on
actually
the pillow
huge.
as a parting gift. Aw, what a thoughtful
I always thought they were normal-sized candies, not they were absolutely massive.
That's useful. We'll pay him back when we see him next.
Candy!
I think that new friend of ours was from the Gaian tribe.
What? Really? Oh, I should have asked him if he knew Liza.
If he's a traveler, he could have come from anywhere. Not
Wait,
all
you
Gaians
know
live in
Liza?
Buju, you know?
Guess so. I hope Liza's doing okay. Maybe we'll meet up with her on our way.
Wait, what was the name of the girl that turned to stone? I thought that was Liza. Orin dispatches the enemies but finds that Liza herself is turning to stone. She moved from the fire village to the earth village. Oh. I guess I missed that somehow.
Taking this?
But regardless of what I feel about the story, which is not really that important at the moment, it's captivating me more than usual, actually. I'm just worried it's going to make me really sad. The game seems very high quality. I'm not having any issues with the game at all. It runs well, it's gorgeous, I like the fighting system. It's going to get much more complex as we go. The map's pretty, it's fairly simple as far as the map traversal goes, but it's fine. I enjoy poking around. You know, it's what you would want out of a JRPG in a 3D world.
Val, look at this!
Oh, Val is Stephen Fu, Orin is Paul Castro Jr. Neither have huge roles. Did we just find a Dragon Ball?
Babu. Ba-doo-doo. Bub?
A dud bear.
Babu. Bub?
I wonder, is this a reference to another mana game and I just don't remember it?
I don't speak dud bear.
Dud Bear wants Dragon Ball.
Aha!
Must
He
make
did
wish.
want the grizzly syrup.
Shenron waits.
He seems happy.
Oh! What a good
me?
Dud Bear.
Thanks, I think.
Ba-doo-doo.
Best
This isn't the
bud.
last time we'll be seeing dud bears, I bet.
We can give them more grizzly syrup.
They don't
if we
seem like
find
duds at all. Oh, we got a Dud Bear dictionary.
Dub,
Hina?
what do you think? Dud bearish enough?
I think you...
Does that mean we'll be uncovering an ancient language throughout the course of our adventure? Sorry, items... A dictionary containing conversational Dud Bear phrases to help travelers.
Wasn't that bad.
Got some syrup.
Again, not to be dismissive, it's just that was another thing that happened in Final Fantasy X. You get the dictionary in multiple mana games. The entire thing is on the Mana Wiki. Oh. Just don't remember that at all. This is an elemental alignment pad or something like that. Elemental vessel. I don't have the ability to join up with the Alm of Wind at the moment, but it looks like that's where we would do that. We saw a couple of those in the demo, and I didn't have the ability to interact with them then. Or if I did, I didn't know how to do it anyway. Lullabud! They cast sleep. I love seeing these designs in 3D, it's so cool.
He sure made quick work of them.
I always thought Mana had very imaginative enemy designs. Some of them just really stick with you, too.
Taking this?
I guess every major JRPG has had some pretty iconic, with quotes around it, enemy designs, but I don't know, for whatever reason, the art style of Mana was always kind of my favorite.
Well, if dub means yes, maybe but? We should probably study the language before we make assumptions.
Exactly. Oh, sorry.
Dia, I'll try and greet them in the traditional Dub Bear language next time we cross paths.
Dub.
Gotta try and nail the accent too. Dada.
I appreciate that. Voice actor's gonna voice act. Oh, I can get up on those stones?
Grizzly!
Exactly right. Grizzly.
Grizzly! Yes!
Didn't expect so much platforming, to be honest. Thought we'd be a little more rooted to the ground than this. But no. Free to roam.
Got some syrup.
Me too, man. I also got some syrup.
Yes! Let me see. A rare item!
Temporarily increased lucre gained in battle by 10%. I wonder, how did we decide with milk? We want, like, full fat milk, or no fat, or 2%. Where's the, like, I want 7% fat.
Taking this?
I want 13% fat. Why can't I get the exact milk percent that really does it for me? We're living in a modern society. Can we not handcraft our milk percents? Yeah, you can get extra too. That's also an option. Look at you!
You're mine!
They're so cute, I feel bad beating them.
You're mine! Feeling good. This should be the last of them.
Oh, did it interrupt my cast?
Take this! Feeling good.
Cool. I didn't know you could cast mid-air.
A Soul Guard's resolve never sways.
Never. Oh man, I can't wait to get those little pocket lions that we could drive around on. They got short little stubby legs and big heads. They're great. Oh. Hello, friends. You look like Adventure Time buddies. I don't know what you are. No, this is a new game. This isn't a remake. They have done that too, though, but not quite like this.
Let me see. Nice.
Oh, mushrooms.
Wait a sec, Hina. Be careful. There are a ton of monsters over there.
Oh, it looks like an ambush.
Is it an ambush? Because we could see it.
Territory. We gotta get past somehow. You ready?
I think we could probably punch them.
I'll take you all on.
Oh, wow. Great ambush. You got us. I thought we were sneaking. I thought the lesson was going to be now we're going to sneak around them instead of just we're all fighting now. Mushrooms and pincher crabs. Class strikes are powerful attacks. Oh, we're going to overthrow the classes later. You can use in battle by consuming your accumulated CS. Each class strike has its own elemental type and will deal increased damage to opponents that are weak to that element. 2 ways to accumulate CS in battle: taking damage from an enemy and dealing damage to an enemy. Furthermore, whenever your teammates suffer or inflict damage themselves, also fill up the CS gauge. When you consume your CS, you can unleash powerful class strikes to swiftly defeat foes in battle. It's like an ultimate, I guess. Party members don't have their own individual CS gauges. Instead, the CS gauge is shared between everyone, and they all contribute to both charging and consuming. Got it.
Take this! You ready for this?
Class strike. Oh, I was ready for this. Physical damage is dealt by weapons. Physical damage dealt by weapons can be one of 2 types: slash or strike. In addition, there are 8 types of elemental damage. Wait, those are all the same, except I don't think I remember there being wood. Fire, water, wind, earth. Yes. Dark, light. Yes. I can't remember if moon and light were the same thing before. Maybe they were. And wood. Alright. Enemies take increased damage if you attack them with an element they are weak against. Check. Similarly, if you attack an enemy with an element that it is resistant to, triangle, the damage dealt will be halved. Finally, an enemy will take no damage at all if you attack an element they're immune to. Oh, that's pretty important to know. Wow, screw this mushroom in particular.
It's over for you!
It really is. Nothing was left.
One left!
Leveled up. Ridge Racer.
Phew. We did it.
Good thing, too. The village would be in quite a pickle if we were taken out as we set off on our journey.
Come on. Don't jinx it, Hina. You're making me nervous after the fact, and the monsters are already gone.
Not to worry. I have every confidence in you. You've been training for this for years. Now then, escort away, my dear soul guard.
But of course, your alminess.
They're giving me a little bit of like Made in Abyss, but like slightly older vibes, like the way that they're interacting with each other. The protector and the protectee. Probably is helping that she's got like blonde hair and acts quite dainty like that. I want to see what this treasure is, please. I didn't know there was such regional milk percents. I thought they were more set. Like, internationally set, these are the ones.
A rare item!
Curious Cookie. Yeah, Made in Abyss is really good, but really hard to recommend.
Yes.
I guess we'll fight these. Sure, why not?
Come at me! Just one left! Feeling good!
I was worried that their little, like, one-liners during combat would start to get annoying, but it hasn't been too bad. In the demo, I think we were hearing the same one repeat quite a lot. What is this house over here? Is this a cool house? I want to know more.
Let me see. A rare item!
I guess, yeah, we haven't stayed... Oh, wow. Critical rate by 20%. That seems really good. I'm going to swap that out. We haven't seen, like, protracted battles yet, so maybe that will be more of a thing. Equipment, abilities, move damage, critical rate boost. Now, only my main character has this, or... Yeah, she's not in the party, even though she's in the party, so she doesn't have her own stuff, I guess. Oh, this isn't anything. I was just thinking if I had, like, spare seeds, maybe I could give her some, but it doesn't seem to be a thing. Oh. Well, it seemed like a good find.
Taking this?
Medical herb. More grizzly syrup.
Got some syrup.
And another chest with some birds. Did you just say to Dracula? I watched that Nicolas Cage Dracula film called Renfield last night. That was actually hilarious.
I'm only just getting started.
It got really bad reviews from critics, but users seemed to love it, and I also thought it was pretty good. So, I don't know if you've ever heard of this film, but it was quite, well, very, very violent, for one. But it was quite funny, actually, too. I really like Season 1 of that show, hated Season 2 in the movie.
Got some syrup.
I felt like the movie was kind of just trying to do the same thing again right after they did it in the show. Like, they kind of said they went through the same motions twice in a row, if you know what I mean. It still was weirdly emotionally effective, though, but maybe that's just me, I don't know. I still liked it, but it is tough to watch a bunch of the time. It's like for the same reasons that it makes me uncomfortable that these children are going to be sacrificed to a tree. That times like 20. Because not only do they have to be sacrificed to the tree at the end, they are also going to be like physically tortured on the way there.
Is this?
It's quite a weird story. I always ignore critic ratings. I think they could be useful sometimes. They're not always the worst, but yeah, I mean, I guess I agree. I'd rather make my own opinions than just follow what other people are saying.
Let's plan our next move.
I would rather watch the thing before I look at the reviews, though, in general. I think that can kind of lead your expectations and experiences somewhat. And with a film, it's like, it's not a tremendous time investment. It's not a small one either, but it's not, you know, it's not a week's worth of viewing. It's a couple hours. We definitely can do something with these at some point. I don't know when, though. Whoa. I watched Series 1 about a year ago, still mentally gearing myself up to watch further. Yeah, I don't blame you. It doesn't really get easier.
Yes.
Okay, I think all of the walking I've just done has been in loops around the starting area of this checkpoint. So now we should probably go to the actual next point. What's this? Oh, a hoarding Blossley. This is like an elemental charged ice flower. Whoa, it's a nemesis. I remember them from Resident Evil 3. They're foes that are considerably stronger and more menacing than the monsters you normally encounter. They've even acquired such fearsome reputations to earn a unique nickname. If at first you can't beat them, rally your forces, strengthen your teammates, and return challenge again. Gotcha.
Not so fast.
So we're definitely going to elemental attack you as much as we can get away with. They broke out the special guitar for this one. Big crit. What's this? AoE stuff. It's going to do an AoE sleep, I bet. Will status effects prevent you or an ally from performing optimally in combat? Casting them on an opponent can help get the upper hand in battle. Some enemies cannot be affected by certain statuses. The status effect poison will periodically deal damage. Freaking poison does by now. Come on, guys. Not my first rodeo. Oh, wow. Zippy. It's fair, though, that they want to treat it like it's my first rodeo, honestly. Because, like, people come into games at any time, and you need to treat it like they need all the explanation, potentially. Can you cure poison? That would be really handy if you could cure poison. I think I have to eat some kind of special beet or something for that. I think we're gonna be okay. Quite a channel you've got there. Oh. Okay, I'm taking big damage. Hook me up with that heal, though. Defeated a nemesis within 360 seconds. What a specific thing. We got the core stone. Cool, the crystallized core of a rare enemy. I'm assuming that was a 100% chance to drop. Raises strength by 10%. Alright, I'm willing to maybe sacrifice my fireball for that. I quite like this cadence that we're learning new things at. It's not overwhelming me like I was afraid might happen. So that's going to give me a passive bonus at all times, plus my crit hits harder. So it's kind of like a good synergy between the two.
Taking this.
Lovely. And always smooth. I really haven't had it drop any frames, really. It's been solid. Thanks again to Square Enix, by the way, for sending me over a code for this. Probably should be mentioning that even more often, but I do have it in the title of the stream as well. I do greatly appreciate it. I was quite excited to try this game, and I genuinely didn't expect that they send me a code, so it was a very nice realization to see that. And that was via Rainmaker, so thank you as well to Rainmaker for doing that. I thought I saw a chest on the other side of this, didn't I? Oh, it's here.
Yes.
Gold clover. Alright, so we're trying to get to the valley floor here? Yeah, trying to get over there. That shouldn't be too hard. It's like more birds in the way. The experience of the start of this is pretty faithful to the way the original Mana game works.
Let me see. A rare item.
Oh, I got a new weapon. Cool. Yeah, the start of the game was like a little bit of story exposition. We get outcast from the town. Then we fight the Mantis boss at the start because like the town floor caves in. Then we do a little bit of searching around and we end up going on a quest to go to Gaia's Navel to rescue the sprite. I always forget how the order works. I think the castle's right after that, and then we get the girl to come along with us after there. Or like on the way to the castle. That part where you go to that castle and everybody's like mute and walking around quietly is super creepy to me still. Also, the weird gargoyles around that castle freak me out still. They're like demonic in a way that is creepy. Not in just like a that's kind of off-putting, but like something's wrong here. What was I forgot what I was doing. I was trying to change my sword out.
Wanna do this the hard way, huh? You're mine!
I like how high I can stay in the air too. Nice juggle potential.
Sure made quick work of them.
It really did.
Yes.
Also a big fan of the active real-time battle system. The fact that we don't have to like stop everything, go into a, you know, a cutscene with a transition. Not that I have a problem with that. It's just I kind of prefer this style. And I was a little bit happy, honestly, that the FF7 remake did that too. Again, not that it was bad the other way, and in fact it lended itself to quite a lot more strategy in the turn-based style, but I just tend to prefer character action games, so, you know, it feels more natural. Keeps momentum going, keeps everything flowing nicely. Right, so I was headed in this direction, then I kind of sidetracked myself over to that house. And now there's grizzly syrup to pick up.
Grizzly!
Exactly right. I hope those animals with artichokes in their rear ends get some help. Just a very strange state of life. So all I'm meant to do now is head to the right. I just really wanted to explore everything, and I've mostly done that. I think I probably missed a couple things though. Got a lot of the chests. Yeah, here we go. There's also fast travel and a mount system that we haven't gotten to yet, so I don't know if the world opens up like it did in the original, where you eventually get, like, the ability to ride something that carries you through the sky. But, you know, odds are fairly likely that might happen. Pretty. What is that?
That's some wind, huh?
He must be getting close to the veil.
What do you think the Alm of Wind will be like?
I'm not sure, but I can't wait to meet them.
Oh, we can meet the Alm of Wind, and then we can attune to their wind world with that pad back behind us.
You were right, Hina. The breeze feels different here. Almost like it's passing right through me. Clothes and everything.
Wow. We're not at the new level now, that's for sure. Look, I think...
Oh, sorry. Airy passage.
That's Mount Gala in the distance.
Would you go to the Mount Gala? AOC will be there.
Taking this?
Oh, Chobin Hoods are here.
Take this.
They're like kind of cuter than I remember.
This should be the last.
They had like a kind of rough edge to them, as I recall back in the day. Like you wouldn't trust them.
Taking this?
They will fire an arrow at your butt too. So what is this tower? We meant to go into that? I hope so.
Is there an entrance to that tower-looking thing
I was just
over there?
asking that.
Can't you feel it? It's like the air is alive with wind spirits in there. I hope we learn
Whoa.
more about those structures on our trip.
Is that like a special mush boom over there? Tangoing? Oh my god, I don't know if I can handle a level 6 mush boom. Maybe I'll go the other way first. The music got all worked up too. These poor trees, they never get a break. It's constant wind.
I have to fulfill my duty as the soul. Easy.
Is it still fulfilling your duty if you're the one looking for a fight?
A soul guard's resolve never sways.
Well, we do need to level, right? So, might as well. I don't think we actually attribute points or anything. Which is actually the way they did it in the original, too. When you leveled up, it would just sort of put you along a curve, and you didn't do anything, really. It would just be like, hey, you leveled up. You'd hear a little chime, and that was that. The more specific thing that you had control over was, like, you'd level up your weapon. When you'd put sword orbs in, you had to get it forged. That was always a big deal, because you had to go back to Gaia's navel and talk to the armorer guy down there in the underground village. And then he'd, like, make your sword go away for a day, and then he'd give it back to you. Ooh, Valor Flies. The shimmering scarlet butterflies you may spot fluttering around are known as Valor Flies. Interacting with the Valor Fly will make enemies more ferocious, but will also double the XP you earn by defeating them. Although the effect only lasts so long, Valor Flies will reappear every little while, so be sure to catch them if you're feeling brave.
I feel like I can take anything on.
That's kind of a cool idea. I guess I'd like to have known that before I picked one up, but I could also just, like, wait it out. So they got butterflies that make things stronger. Like, not what butterflies usually do.
Just what I need. You're mine. Come at me. I guess this means I've improved.
I think so. I just want to get in that tower. It looks like you're meant to stand there. I don't know if there's like a way in though.
Grizzly! I'll take you all on.
I will take you all on. Get over here. What? Oh. Screwed that one up.
You're mine.
You're supposed to knock them out of the sky and then you finish the combo. Not get knocked out of the sky yourself. Where are those very large hornets? Those are a constant issue. Oh, yeah, they're harder to hit now.
Take this.
I know. You're doing fine. Can you top me up for health, though? Or is that not a thing we can do outside of combat? I don't think I have any control over her at all. I also am not using my class strike, which I sudden Dark Souls hitboxes there. Oh my god. Okay, don't touch that spot.
Let me see. Nice.
It's like Crystal Caverns. You know, when you touch the wrong plane and it's like, you die. Now you die. Alright. Not this way. We continue on. I really wanted to climb the tower. Maybe we can climb the tower, but only from the base. Although it doesn't really look like game space down there. Yeah, I don't know about that. Waiting for invisible bridge. Oh, that would be fun. I know it's been done to death, but I still like an invisible bridge. Maybe Elden Ring overdid it a little bit. I know that the path is behind me. I just need to look around this side of the archway. Alright, I guess this is how I top myself off with the pots.
Yes.
What's this path? This looks like a different path. Oh Jesus, was that a massive drop? I thought it was just like a tiny alcove. Yeah, it was. Alright, Mushbooms, your time has come.
Want to do this the hard way, huh?
They really do. They want to do it the hard way. That's what they were saying. Holy hell. Absolutely crush them. Oh, this would be a seed.
Yes.
For my Estus flask. Where does this go? Oh, there's two diverging paths, and this is the wrong way. Yeah, okay. You're leaving the mission area. Fair enough. I wasn't gonna go that way anyway, I just wanted to know. I kind of would have liked it if they let me go that way, even if it's wrong, just so I could look at it, but whatever. It's not like this is a small area to run around. I'm not hurting for square footage or anything. No, it's cool. If you don't like the real time as much, that's just a personal preference.
Quick work of them.
And as I said, there are some contexts where I think that turn-based is actually much preferable. If you're trying to do more deep strategizing and like tactical sort of battles, there's only so much you can do in real time then. Like if I want to play a tactics game, I'll go for XCOM. You know, that just is the way to go. Or Final Fantasy Tactics. I just mean on average, I tend to prefer this sort of thing for my JRPGs, but, you know, fair enough if you don't.
This is kind of exciting. This might be useful.
Yeah, money. It's pretty useful. Even in this society.
Grizzly.
Lucky Clover?
Yes. I'll take you all on. Next.
One thing that I do find a little funny that didn't carry over from the original mana is to be able to charge your attacks.
Let's keep moving.
I don't know if that'll be a system that gets reintroduced later or something, but one of the major things that gave the combat like a little bit more complexity, because it was kind of just hit X mostly, or hit attack in the original. You could hold down X and you would do a special move based on what type of sword you had. But now we have other types of special moves, as well as, well, we had magic as well in the original. I'm still holding out hope that eventually they make an Overwatch tactics game, because I think I'd really enjoy that. To be able to sort of enjoy the interplay of like team comps and the strategies that come with it without the never-ending need to aim. It feels like a real missed opportunity, and I was really hoping that the mobile game they were working on was not just like a port of the FPS and it was just more of a tactics thing. It would work so much better on phones if they had to go that route. Oh yeah, that's fine. If they want to shrink the roster down and make it about, like, a key group versus Talon, like, that makes sense. They should do that. You wouldn't be able to employ a logical and coherent strategy with 40-plus characters.
They weren't so tough.
Or they could explore different themes in different episodes of it or something like that. But anyway, we haven't heard any news if that's even still in development for the last couple years. It may have been quietly canceled, and that's that. And if it has, you know, so be it. I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it. Just would have been cool. Would you like a Secret of Evermore too? I never really got as into Secret of Evermore. I thought it was okay, but it didn't stick with me the way that Mana did. So, you know, I'm not, like, super excited if there was ever a sequel, but I would probably try it.
Where are the real monsters at?
Oh, he's getting bored now. He's telling the player, try something harder. Oh yeah, I've had no problems with any kind of choppiness at all. The optimization seems fine. The lowest I've seen the frame rate is 59, which is, I don't consider that to be even... I mean, it is literally a drop from 60, but it's not something to consider, is my thing. 60 means it can be FPS of 60 or 59, and it just alternates sometimes.
Grizzly!
Yeah, I keep checking the FPS counter just in case, and I haven't seen it do anything funny. Well, I should mention the cinematics were at 30, if that matters to you at all. I'd say that's likely just for the sake of compression, you know, half the frames for, like, really doesn't make a massively noticeable difference if you're not controlling it anyway. Not that I wouldn't have preferred 60, but, like, it doesn't really matter when it's not playable.
Yes. Grizzly.
It does say grizzly a lot. I'm assuming there's some reason I want to collect a lot of this. If there's no reason for it, that would be very silly. They've just put them around like it's a Banjo-Kazooie game, and I'm just like, yeah, sure, I'll grab them all.
Hey! Come on, Ramco!
Hey, it's Flammy. This is where the demo started, I think?
Huh, what's this?
It's huge. Nice.
It's got wind energy inside it.
Oh, I know! It must be one of those elemental vessels I've read about. They say that the mana goddess bequeathed
Your main traversal in the original game was called Flammy. It was like a white dragon like that.
They're quite powerful.
Whoops.
You'd use a little one of those drums that you turn left and right with the beads on it to summon him.
No, wait! Maybe they're the Alm and Soul Guard. What? Already?
That's right. I am the Alm of Fire, and this is Val. He's my Soul Guard.
Is this yours? Try not to leave an important thing like this behind, okay?
Oh no! The intruders found out we took the boomerang without asking!
Oh no!
No, wait! This is our chance! If a Soul Guard returns it, the chief won't get mad! Aha! No one would question the Soul Guard. You two can play with the boomerang all you want. Just put it back when you're done.
Okay, Boomerang. Thank you.
Oh.
We got a new weapon.
I guess I was using it correctly after all. Let's give this thing back as soon as we reach the town.
Sure. We can return the boomerang and then meet up with the Alm of Wind.
Yeah, Shrapnel Sponge, sorry I missed your message before. You were asking if I'm enjoying the game, and I am. Yeah, it's very good.
So these vessels belong to a hero who got them from the goddess?
Sorry, I'll just let them finish.
On our way to Longren, then.
My only criticism so far has just been I was a little nervous about the setup of the story because it sounds like it's going to be tremendously sad. But I'm also reading way too far into it, and I don't really know anything yet. It's just the the theme they were setting us with made me wonder if we're kind of dealing with like a whole cult indoctrination thing, and it's sad to see children being sacrificed to a tree. But I hope we can undo that status quo and make it better, and that's really it. Other than that, I've been having a great time with it. And yes, soft claws, absolutely. Ask away.
Let's rest up.
You can always ask. I was also wondering if we were going to get multiple weapons, and now I guess I know. Do I... Oh, okay, so I think it's weapons per character? Unless the ring menu has a solution to that. No. Right, so we'll probably just hold on to that until we get the next character in our party, and they'll be the one to use the boomerang. See, in the original game, you could kind of swap weapons to anyone you preferred. So if you liked to be like an axe wielder and you had the axe, then you'd put it on your main character or whatnot. You could just switch them around to make a nice group. Or I need to get to a certain point in the story to unlock the ability to do that. I don't know yet. Either way. So this is a nice, big, beautiful plain. I hope we get our little wolf companion soon. I don't remember where we do that. I was right to say this is where the demo starts, right? I just don't remember the boomerang before.
Yes.
I also recalled coming through an icy area, but maybe we're going to that and I got it backward. This demo starts you on a path with 3 of the characters, right? Oh, we started in the icy area and then got to an area like this. Okay. I had it backward. It's cool. I'm totally fine with, like, the 2 characters getting some time to establish first.
We sure made quick work of them.
Let me see. This might be useful.
It's very peaceful, aside from the fighting bit. Music's relaxing, the environment is gorgeous and relaxing. Just kind of pleasant to be in. What's this? Oh, excuse me. Fortune flies. Twinkling green butterflies you sometimes see fluttering around known as fortune flies. Interacting with the fortune fly doubles the amount of lucre you acquire from battles. So green ones give you money. And the red ones make it harder, but you get more stuff.
There's something strange about this butterfly.
So I should probably fight these Chobbin Hoods over here.
I'll back you up.
Take this! Take this! This should be the last of them. You're mine! Come at me!
By the way, I have played other Mana games than just Secret of Mana. I just really only remember Secret of Mana very well. The other ones I've played were mostly when I was like a teenager, and I don't really have much of a recollection of those. I mostly enjoyed them. I just didn't really, they didn't stick to me the way Secret did.
Those bright colors. The book I read called it wind dye. It's famous.
Wow. Hey, is the Sylphid in Sylphid Boomerang like a name or something?
Uh-huh. I'm pretty sure it's the name of the elemental of wind.
Then do you think he'll get mad if we use his boomerang?
Elementals are aspects of nature and emissaries of the goddess of mana. They watch over the lands, rarely interfering with the people who inhabit them.
So
she's good.
You're saying that he probably wouldn't mind?
Look at
Not
that.
according to the book I read, at least.
That's so pretty. See how it casts shadows too? I'm gonna guess to some small degree this is sort of an homage to the Buddhist tradition of placing flags up so they're caught by the wind and eventually they degrade due to the wind. And the belief is sort of like the energy of the wind passes over them and carries their sentiment on wherever the wind heads. So, I don't know, I find that really a cute touch. I don't like the enemies being so cute. Yeah, that's fair. They are surprisingly cute.
What's this?
You could sort of say in a way, as I mentioned before, comparing this to Made in Abyss.
Yes.
The whole world has sort of like a cute but brutal undertone. Everything's almost idyllic, but also cursed in a weird way. I had such a busted cartridge of Secret, I had to stuff cardboard in the lot with to make it work. Wow. Oh, at least you could make it work.
Yes.
Oh, it's so pretty. I'd say only a generation ago, there wouldn't have been enough system overhead to handle, you know, the physics calculations on this, to just have this as sort of an idle feature of the landscape. It just wouldn't have been worth the system resources to do that. One issue I see so far is the main characters aren't really that compelling, like, not very relatable, and aside from the whole sacrifice thing, you don't have a lot going on. I'm very much eager to see what their next moves are, because I feel like they just haven't shown much yet as a result of the scenario playing out. I don't know if it's that they don't have much to offer, or if it's more like they're just sort of young and naive, and it might be that simple. They're just kind of going along with stuff, and they haven't really been thoroughly challenged in any particular way. Their arc is still very much starting. That's kind of what I'm going with for now. I'm not seeing much of a deficit because I haven't seen enough yet. And I'm not trying to do a, like, hey, you gotta play for 20 hours to see anything. I'm curious, that's all. I know that can be a little annoying to hear, too. Yeah, it's called Grizzly Syrup, exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
Wanna do this the hard way, huh? Come at me. This should be the last.
How pretty these flowers are, too. Very colorful.
Soul Guard's resolve never sways.
They put so much effort into the atmosphere of this world.
Grizzly.
Did we go full circle to Grimace? No, not yet. I did have a Grimace shake today, though, and it was nice. My thing is I have to care about them to want to see where their story goes. Well, okay, yeah, to be fair, I am very much biased in that I really like the original game. So I just kind of want to be open to whatever is on offer here, which is not necessarily fair if you're new to the series or don't particularly care one way or the other. So I am giving the benefit of the doubt to the characterization a little bit more than I probably ought to. I do find the setup to be somewhat compelling, though. The dissonance of me wondering, has this world gone mad? Why are we okay sacrificing children to the world tree? That is sort of compelling as a concept. I want to understand what the basis of their society is, if that's something they do. Or if I've got it really wrong and maybe there's another wrinkle to it, or... It's all sort of up and... to be determined right now. How do I reach that? Can I stand on this tree? No. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Like, it's too early for me to really have a strong opinion. And I think it really did do a good job of making me care because they showed the juxtaposition between the first two characters caring about each other. Why did they care that one was gonna die and these two don't? Is it about, like, regional societal expectations and cultural conditioning? That shows a little bit of depth, right? That's something you don't see in every game.
This place sure lives up to its name. The wind never stops, huh?
This breeze is strange, though. It feels melancholic somehow.
Well, first order of business is to return the elemental vessel to the chief. Then we see about the Alm.
Also, from a simple, like, poetry perspective, I like the idea that this is such an idyllic, beautiful, visually stunning, gorgeous world that is, like, secretly dark underneath.
Do you think the new Alm of Wind could be a...
I know that's sort of like a not a great reason to like something, but
I'll carry them to the
just
manatee
like
on my
that.
back if I gotta.
What a fine, upstanding soul guard you make.
Hello.
Longren welcomes you, young soul guard. Our humble vale is under the watchful sight of Sylphid, the elemental of wind. Yeah, I remember Sylphid. Or was it just called Sylph back in the day? I'm pooped from all that running. I wish I could fly like Romco can. Is that one of the dragons, or... Oh, it's probably they've got wings, so maybe they just fly.
Hi.
People are so high-strung all the time, it's bad for their health. I agree. We gotta learn to take some time to just lie down in the fields and let the wind carry our worries away. You know, Spinner Suvaru, you've got a point. I can't argue with that. You need to learn to just let the wind carry your troubles away.
Let's rest up. Yes.
I think it's one thing to just have, at surface level, a visually gorgeous world, but I think it's actually another thing entirely to engage the visual impact of that with a theme under it. It gives a little bit more depth and a little bit more meaning, where the art style isn't just an art style, but it's part of the meaning of the whole thing. If that's what they're doing, I don't know if that is. The breeze that meanders through the vale is normally milder than this. Oh. It's the winds of change, I suppose.
Taking this?
Why is there candy out here? Grizzly? Oh, I can't run.
Grizzly!
I'm in exposition mode, I can't run anymore. I wish I could dye fabric with the wind, just like Karina. You could paint with all the colors of the wind. Wind divination comes in handy in uncertain times like these. We ask the breeze our questions. Will the fairy come soon? Will she come later? Then we simply wait. It's almost like the answers would have come regardless. And the breeze is but a constant.
I'm Val, the Soul Guard. I came across your elemental vessel and wanted to return it.
Gracious, I was wondering where Ramco and the little ones spirited that away to. Thank you. Those youngins will get an earful later.
Oh.
But enough about that. Welcome to Longren.
Negative space, did you see the first
A pleasure. So where might we
little
find the
story
Alm of
bit
Wind?
at the very start?
On that subject, I have some unfortunate news. The fairy has not yet arrived to name the Alm.
Oh, then you're still waiting to see who gets the job?
Here in the Vale, we welcome the fairy with a traditional wind-dyeing ceremony, as performed by one of our wind oracles. But this year, our attempts at the ritual have been unsuccessful. There is one oracle, Karina, whose attunement to the wind element is unparalleled. At this rate, I fear that without Karina, the fairy may not come at all. Sadly, she refuses to listen to my orders.
Alright, the one-winged dragon girl.
No matter what I do or how soundly her parents scold her, Karina says she won't budge until she feels like it. But now that you have arrived, Sir Soulguard, there may be a chance to get her to see reason. I humbly beseech you to talk to Karina.
What? Why me?
Perhaps if she is buffeted by a breath of fresh air, she may yet bend to the winds of fate. Be sure to give her a good...
Is he doing like a little Master Roshi voice?
You mean use the vessel to literally knock some sense into her?
Oh no.
Surely a precious artifact should be handled
Are
delicately.
you advocating that I throw the boomerang at that
These
girl?
days, the elemental vessel is scarcely used as more than a child's plaything. I am certain that a soul guard would have much better applications for such an object.
Or are you just trying to give it to me in a weird way?
Come, if the fairy is not properly welcomed, it could be the end of the
Oh my
veil as
lord.
we know it. Please, you must make Karina see reason.
We have to convince her she should be sacrificed.
The chief seemed genuinely worried for the fate of the veil. Now's your time to shine, Sir Soulguard.
I don't know, I feel like the dissonance is too strong. Even in the game. It's like they're lampshading it all the time, how weird this is. Or maybe I'm just hearing it that way. Can you talk Karina performing the wind dying ceremony? The words of the soul guard may have more sway in any argument I could muster, right? It could just be that I've got this, like, presupposition about how I feel this is going to go based on the way I think story writing works, and I've just decided it, and now I'm just seeing it that way. Really like that shadow. It's so soft. It's panicking Keshi, sorry. I mustered up the courage to write the letter, but my heart's not ready for the next step yet. Yeah, that could be tricky. Oh, I want to talk to this dragon. Can we be friends?
Grizzly!
I would say, yeah, tone down the grizzly, like, 40%. I want to hear it maybe once every 50 pickups. Oh, right, I can't dash. I think I have to be able to dash to get to some things here. Unless I can reach it from this corner. No. The architecture's almost Smurf-like. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Hi.
You know those pots you see on the road every now and then? No one even cares if you break them. It's a satisfying and harmless way to relieve stress. Well, thanks. I came to that conclusion without asking.
Taking this?
Oh, I got a Nicolo coin. Why did Shiru even become friends with Karina? Like, I'm clearly kinder and way, way more modest. Yeah, modesty is the coolest thing ever. All the kids love it. You ever just have, like, a modesty competition? Oh my, the Soul Guard's here already, but the fairy hasn't even arrived yet. I'm too fast. Too fast for y'all. My daughter Karina never listens to a word anyone says. I hope the strict upbringing we gave her isn't what turned her into such a little rebel. Yeah, probably. Look, I'm not a parent, but I've seen enough kids grow up in strict households to know that it seems to do that. Or they might just have a rebellious streak regardless. I don't know. Look, it's the Elm of Fire. Hi, Elm of Fire. Hello. I mean, that's not me. Where is she, anyway?
Taking this?
Kind of hanging out. My sheep have barely eaten anything in weeks. Perhaps the restless winds are making them anxious. Could be. The fairy sure is taking her sweet time, and the wind seems restless. It's starting to stress me out. Maybe the wind's so strong she can't fly in because she's just little. And she'll fly into a house. Kitty! Why can't I pet the cat? Oh, I had her in my pocket, I guess.
You folks in the habit of staring at strangers? What is it? Are you selling something? Find somewhere else to hawk your wares.
Are you by any chance Karina, the Wind Oracle? I'm Hina, the Alma Fire. And this is...
Val, the Soul Guard. Nice to meet you.
What's the convoy of alms want with me? No.
She's
let
so
me guess.
colorful, my
The chief
goodness.
sent you to convince me to do the wind dying, right?
Well, yeah, actually. In Tiania, we build a ceremonial bonfire to celebrate the fairy's arrival. Longren has different traditions, though.
Yeah,
right?
she seems to be a fan favorite after the demo.
Outsiders to do his dirty work is gonna make me budge. Well, he's got another thing coming. Nope, never again.
But if the fairy doesn't come, no one can be named the Alm of Wind. For the sake of Longren and the rest of the world, would you please consider...
I might just do a whole playthrough of this, honestly. I'm enjoying it enough that I just want to see how the story develops.
For a favor, usually they have something to offer in exchange. I'll tell you what, you can find Shiryu for me. I've looked all over town already, and
Yeah,
I
where
gotta
is
get off
Shiryu?
my feet for a bit.
Shiryu? I'm guessing they're a friend of yours.
How
What do
modest
they
are
look
they
like?
on a scale of 1 to 1,000?
He's dreamy. About the same age as
Dreamy.
me. Got a nice smile.
Oh, someone kind of like Val then?
Whoa!
Spare me. He's nowhere near as wimpy as this guy.
Gee, thanks. Well, Hina, sounds like we have a missing person to find. If Karina's already looked in town, let's try the outskirts.
To fulfill a request someone gave you, head over to the flag icon on your screen to reach the quest location. You may find a hint or an objective there. Where are you, Shiryu? Well, I found a chest
Nice.
with 160 bucks in it. I wish it was that easy. Wander around town for a few minutes, find a chest with 160 euro,
Taking this?
go get some McDonald's and go to bed. That's life.
This is kind of exciting. Is this?
Ooh, a spear for Karina. Spoilers. Oh. Can I do a triangle jump? Kind of. I appreciate that they let you walk anywhere you could physically get to. That's nice. I do get kind of, like, off-put by there being too many invisible walls sometimes. I've actually heard Black Myth Wukong suffers from that, unfortunately. There's just, like, a tremendous number of invisible walls. Many of them are for no good reason either, is what I've heard, but I haven't played it myself, so
Let me see.
take that with a grain of salt. I cannot have Mechie D's before bed. I would die. No, that's okay. You don't have to. It was just an example. We'll have jalapeno poppers instead. Garment making in Longren is a veil-wide endeavor. Anyone skilled in a trade, be they seamstress, weavers, or wind dyers, contributes to the finished products. That's pretty cool. I mean, I kind of hope we get to see the ritual. Chances are we might. They seem to be into their world building.
Yes.
Speaking as someone who's abused movement to get into places you aren't meant to be, there are invisible walls, but you have to go out of your way to find them. Hey, that's okay. I understand the need to corral people sometimes, but just like putting them all over in places that you would expect to be able to walk, I find that kind of frustrating. And so far, it's been fine. Don't think I've seen you around these parts before. Hey, you must be the Soul Guard. I don't normally do business with outsiders, but for you I'll make an exception. So does everyone here speak with a southern US accent, or is that just her? Because they're not all voiced, so I don't know, I guess.
High quality.
Wait. I didn't hear that. What is a falx? Oh, it's long. I like that sound as you turn. Tick, 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 tick. Oh, very Monster Hunter coded there.
Come again soon.
It's like Minnesotan or something. I barely could hear. Need a few more words. Is there fall damage? I haven't actually tried falling too far yet. So you're the Soul Guard, huh? Feel free to browse my wares.
What'll it be?
It's just accents everywhere. It's the natural melting pot of mana. I do kind of want my dash back. I'm very used to dashing now. How about can we get a Grizzly? Oh, we got some syrup. And it'd be syrup rich.
This might be useful.
Huh. How do they do the screen space culling for those? It's like if the camera ray is even close to being off screen, it's gone. Interesting. I'm sure there's a very particular technical reason it does that, but I don't know enough to say. Also, it seems to matter where you look at it, like if it's just the tips.
Yes.
Oh no, maybe it was a distance thing, actually. I think my character may be surrounded by an orb, and the orb was right on the distance edge of the culling procedure. Man, I wish I had, like, a person that worked in the industry at a very high level that I could just bring with me to every Twitch stream, and whenever these questions come up, they'd be like, oh no, I know exactly why that happens. I'd learn so fast. My dad can be so dramatic sometimes. The windmills are spinning fine, just like they always have. With no alm to offer up, the wind spirits have become restless. Even the windmills appear forlorn as they turn. Right. Are we gonna get like a climate change allegory in here, maybe?
Hello.
If you cast strips of fabric to the winds of Longrin with sufficient skill, they will take on a beautiful color. It's a tradition we call wind dyeing. Right. Well, I just gave it the Buddhist explanation, but I guess I was not quite on that.
Let's plan our next move.
Let's plan our next move. I think contemporary games have made me a bit bored of the lush green beautiful worlds, which I hate to say, but there's been a lot since Breath of the Wild. Well, we're not going to stay in this specific place. Like, there are actually quite a few biomes as far as I know. We got to see a deserty one, or a rocky one, rather. The island beachy one, obviously this one, and then we also saw an icy one, too. Mana's all about elements, so I'm going to guess we're probably going to have a pretty diverse group of areas to go through, and this is only just one. The map seemed to be of decent size, but I can't say for sure because I haven't seen it all.
Watch yourselves, everyone.
It's like we overcorrected for years of COD. That's a funny way to look at it, yeah. Oh, we're gonna get a level in like one more hit. I think even within the theme of, like, beautiful meadow, there are still ways to do it differently. And this game is very stylized. It's not just a meadow, it's like a painterly, flowery meadow in a sort of ethereal contrast range. I do get your point, though. I'm not trying to say you're wrong. It's just like, I'm still drawing a bit of a different conclusion.
Does anybody need healing?
No, I'm good, thanks. Are you... I forgot the name already that I'm looking for. I almost want to say Kiryu. That's Yakuza guy.
Hello there. Shiryu?
Shiryu, right.
That's me. And you are? Val, the Soul Guard. And this is Hina, the Alm of Fire.
Oh, Val, Hina, lovely to meet you.
I'm Vash, the
Kiryu,
Stampede.
a historian and keeper of tales from the Vale.
What are you doing so far?
Tales
outside
from
of
the Veil. It
Logan?
sounds like a sweet podcast.
Calibrating windmills, actually. The wind's been hard to predict lately, which might be a side effect of having no alm yet.
Speaking of alms, Karina said she'd help call the fairy with some wind dyeing if we found you for her.
She did, huh? I guess she came around to the idea after all.
Is the dyeing process hard or something?
Your school's
Not
alma fire.
particularly. As long as you know the steps.
Hey, at least you don't have to be an
You
alma
just capture
mater.
the breeze with the cloth to bring out the colored
Although
dye.
they also
The
have to be
issue
an
is that
alma
the
mater,
fairy
so I
won't
don't
come
know.
for just any old round of wind dyeing. Karina has the most skill in long run, so she has the best chance of summoning her.
Then why is she so averse to helping?
Because Karina wants... She wants to be chosen as the Alm. All she's ever heard from the rest of the Vale is that she's wrong for the job. And yet... They keep
Why do the
asking her
children
help
want
with
to
the wind
die?
It wouldn't
Die
surprise me if the fairy
fabric.
was
Don't
staying
die
away on purpose to
each
avoid
other.
these
Don't kill each other.
But why would Karina be a bad choice of alm?
Did she pick a fight with the elemental or something?
That's a good one. But nothing that scandalous, I promise. But it's complicated.
Oh no.
Too complicated to
100
bother you both
almas
with
drop onto an
right now.
island.
Besides, I know Karina wants the Vale to prosper, just like everyone else. And it looks like your arrival might have been enough to give her that push. Anyway, I'll head back to the Vale for now. See you there. And thank you.
Is this narrative to warn us of the threat of a highly collectivist society when we eventually put each other's needs over our own to such an extent that we view our own lives as ultimately expendable? Is that what we're going for? I must know. I think I'm getting the very vague sense that there is a societal and cultural pressure not to express any sentiments against this. That you would become sort of an enemy of the realm if you were to express that this is not just. Because remember when we met that kind of roguish guy that we set up camp for the night and then he gave us a candy? He said something that was just very slightly against it, and then they questioned him and he was like, no, I don't mean that.
Take this!
Like, just to be clear, and he's a little less frantic than I made him sound, but he started to lead in that direction like he was thinking maybe this isn't quite right and he didn't want to get into it. And then he stifled himself and became quiet after that. So I do think there's probably an undercurrent of people questioning it, and it's just sort of so well accepted that any sort of utterance to the contrary is not deemed acceptable. I like figuring it out. Oh yeah, I should use my class strike again.
I told you, the more you yell at me, the less I want to have anything to do with the wind dyeing.
Now you're just being stubborn. Didn't you hear that the convoy from Tiania has already arrived?
We can't keep wasting the alm's time with your selfishness. You're putting the whole Vale in danger
not sure
with your
that
temper
it
tantrum.
Works like that?
If you want to meet the fairy so bad, then you do the ceremony. Why does it always have to be me, anyway? It's not like I have a chance at becoming the alm. Y'all made that abundantly clear. You think I'll just go along and do all the hard work for nothing?
Pouting about it won't help your case, you know.
I'm not pouting. I'm angry. After all, I just wanted to be the alm and see the world.
Honey.
Karina's
You know
weird
it's
southern
hard for you
accent
to
was a
accept.
translation attempt to mimic the
Been
Japanese
years since anyone
Kansai
in our
accent.
family has been
Oh,
considered worthy of alm status.
okay.
Sure, you're a
They didn't even need a reason, really. I was just curious.
Good chance at the
Thank
gate.
you.
And after what you did in the sanctum?
What did you do in the sanctum?
Fine. Criticize me all you want, but I don't regret my actions one bit, so stop lecturing me.
How irresponsible. The other wind oracles don't cause their parents this much trouble.
But if we don't push her, the fairy might not visit Longerin at all. Maybe Shiryu can talk some sense into her.
I think when I said before that this is a very straightforward story, I was wrong. I think it looks like a very straightforward story, but there's layers underneath it, which is good. You don't want it to be that simple.
Let's rest up.
Right, we talked to them already. I really do want to understand what is happening here on a thematic level. I'm highly curious. Sorry, I didn't realize I could run.
Aha! There you are! Thanks for finding Shiryu for me.
No sweat. So you'll perform the wind dyeing ceremony now?
Did I say that? Next time, get it in writing. Besides, I have some stuff to talk to Shiryu about. Bye-bye.
Hang on. I thought you wanted a favor for a favor. We gotta call the ferry to Longren before it's too late.
I don't know what kind of time constraint we're under
don't
here.
Forget. There's that old saying about the disaster that could befall our tribe if an alm isn't chosen. The wind will rage, and the winged fall flightless.
We're too old for fairy tales, Shiryu. Besides, the wind is always blowing here. And it's not like we dragon folk use our wings to fly in the first place.
Maybe the proverb isn't meant for dragon folk. Ramco has wings too, you know?
Fine. But I don't have to be the one to do it. No one in town even cares who does the wind dyeing.
They seem to, though.
Even if they begged.
Oh.
Why bother? It's not like the fairy would ever pick
Is she
me to
wearing
be
sort
the
of a
alm
variation
anyway.
on a Shrine Maiden outfit?
I have an idea. Val, why don't you do the wind dyeing instead?
Me?
Anyone is allowed to use
I
the
guess.
technique. And besides, it never hurts to have a breath of fresh air to try and bend the winds of fate.
The chief said something similar, now that you mention it.
Good luck. You'll need it. I think I'll just stay here with Shiryu if it's all
Her
the
eyes
same
are
to
like
you.
iridescent.
You two do make a
Guess
cute
they all
couple.
kind of have that.
Yeah. Look, the dyeing stall is up a ways over there.
Am I gonna have
Just
to like
give it
press a
go.
button at a particular time? The long sweep. Side quests. As you travel through the town settlements of the world, you encounter people with their share of troubles. If you talk to them, they ask you to complete a side quest. This sounds like a main quest, though. And help them out of their predicament. They might even reward you for your kind efforts, so try striking up conversations if you have free time. Okay.
Okay, it's up to me to perform the ceremony and call the ferry. Here goes nothing.
Shiryu is our best and brightest historian, you know. He knows all the stories from the neighboring towns. I think learning about the world is more important than the silly old dying ritual anyway. Okay. No, I think if the fairy... Well, the fairy can't pick me, right? Because I'm a guardian. I don't think there's any way that even if they picked someone else, that we all have to go on to the monastery to be sacrificed then. Mushroom fingers are packed with flavor, you know? Oh, we have to eat their fingers. Not that I've ever eaten one myself, mind you. I've always wondered what they taste like. Fingery. Ever eaten a mushroom's fingers? Alright, let's power walk our way up. So we can paint with all the colors of the wind.
Grizzly!
A little grizzly for the road.
You are here for the wind dyeing? Forgive me, it is a complicated process. Even oracles in training have trouble with the steps.
Well, someone's gotta try. What was it? breath of fresh air and all that?
Oh, look! Ramco has
Ramco!
What's a Ramco, anyway?
She's not a what? She's a sacred beast. Her ilk usually resides in the Wind Sanctum near the Veil.
She's so cute.
When Karina was training in the Sanctum, she suffered a grave injury. Though she lost one of her wings, this sacred beast saw her safely back home. Since then, the two have been like sisters, nigh inseparable. Ramco even began to stay here in the Veil instead
So this
of returning
freaking
to her
town
home.
shames her because she lost her wing over training to do the thing they wanted her to do?
Occupied with Shiryu recently that she and Ramco have become distant. Perhaps they're growing apart. Oh, please excuse my rambling. I shouldn't distract you from trying to summon the fairy for everyone in the Veil.
They made it sound like she was
sure.
being shamed, like she couldn't ever be the Alma now because of that.
Let's see.
What do I do?
Come wind!
That won't get you anywhere. You couldn't even swat a bug, let alone call forth a fairy.
But you told me to do it.
You were busy with Shiryu.
It's not my fault your flailing was so bad I couldn't ignore it.
Oh my god, I did it once.
Even a novice could do this better than you. Thanks. It's been a while since I laughed so hard.
So, Hina, do you want to give it a go next?
Oh, can I?
Huh? But she's the Alma Fire. Where's the sense in that?
True, it's never been done. But I'd have quite a tale for the history books if the Alm of Fire were to call forth the fairy for the Veil of Wind this year.
Give me a break.
Oh, I see. Please allow me to try, Shiryu. I bet I
Just
can
a little reverse
expertly harness
psychology
this
is all we
wind.
needed to finish this off.
Hold it right there. Fine, I'll do it. As the best dyer in the Veil, I have now officially changed my mind. I'll show you how it's really done. Write that in your history books.
Okay. Could have just done it in the first place. Do we get to see it? Ah. Whoa!
Come, wind! Bring forth color!
So you're good at, like, flinging towels around, I guess.
Oh.
Oh shit, it worked instantly.
It's the fairy!
Wow, I really didn't understand how important that was. Like, I do that to the quilt every so often. I didn't think I was doing anything very special.
Congrats, Shiryu. Good job.
No.
Huh?
No, I refuse. I won't be the Alm.
Huh.
But why? Being named the Alm is an honor. Why would you run away from your duty?
The tone they used for him running away from it was comical, and that's really strange.
I actually haven't named
Oh.
anyone the Alm yet.
There's that too.
How could he betray my trust like this?
Yeah, Shiryu was the one insisting that you had to call the fairy to keep the veil from being destroyed. Then he just ran away.
He should know better. He saw how hard I worked to be worthy. It's always been my dream, even though I knew it was hopeless. Everyone kept saying it's impossible for someone like me to be the Alm of Wind, that I can't feel the wind beneath my wings like the rest of them do, now that I've lost one of them. When I told them all that the wind still spoke to me, no one in the Veil believed it. Not the other oracles.
Where'd the fairy
not
go?
my
We
parents,
could settle this very soon.
and certainly not the chief. They pitied me, laughed at me when I said I wouldn't give up. Only Shiryu and Ramco stuck with me.
Huh.
But Shiryu never understood what it meant to me. He never understood me. Well, I'm done with him. Hey, fairy!
What?
Appoint me the Alm. I'll take Shiryu's place. I'm the perfect candidate. Make me the Alm of Wind.
The decision isn't entirely up to me. I must consult with your patron elemental first.
All right. That's a way to go.
Your skill with the wind dying was most impressive. The wind was dancing with joy. I believe that Sylphid may accept you as the Alm if we ask.
I'll take your compliments to heart, Fairy. Sounds like we've got an elemental to convince.
Where do we find this Sylphid fella?
At Mount Gala, the source of the winds. Do you and your girlfriend want to come? As the Soul Guard, it's your job to see even potential alms safely to their destination, right?
You have a point. Let's go to Mount Gala.
Okay. Karina has joined the party. Welcome to the party, Karina.
I forgot about Ramco. Sorry, but I gotta find her before we head off, or I'd never forgive myself. I ignored her for so long, but if this works out and I am named the Alm, I have to say goodbye before I go. And I gotta apologize. Help me find Ramco.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, like...
Run off to.
Come on, Hina. Let's help Karina search.
Of course. What good is a convoy if we don't work together?
Thanks.
As I said earlier,
She's gotta be in the
they never stop talking. Oh, she's got the spear. That's a really cool spear. A theme of the original was how we were exiled from our village, right? And then they found family in each other, the friends, I mean. So this is kind of the setup I'm seeing with Karina to a degree. But we are also setting it up where it's like one person is willingly guiding all these ladies to come be sacrificed to a tree. I just don't want that to be the end result.
Let's keep looking.
So this seems to be our first, like, town stop where we can come and do some side quests if we want. But I think it's notable that they played off the other character running away as comedic. I didn't expect that at all. It should be, like, a dark moment, a shameful moment. Not played off as a joke, right? So that has to be sort of a little bit of a showing their cards of the theming. Maybe.
Hey!
Excuse me, are you familiar with the work of Darny, the painter? The traveling landscape artist who paints pictures of the world's most beautiful scenery. Some have gone so far as to label him a genius. For reasons I won't go into, I'm on a journey to retrace his steps. Oh, I just did this in Shadows of the Erd Tree. I want to see what he saw when he painted. I want to understand what was going through his mind at the time. Say, you wouldn't be a traveler yourself, would you? Perhaps you've been to the place in this picture? Oh, I know that. Photoshop filter. I'm fairly sure it's Airy Passage, but I'm honestly not too familiar with the lay of the land here. Can't see the tower, so... If you happen to find the spot in the painting, please let me know. I'll be right over. Oh goodness, listen to me asking you all these favors without even introducing myself. Where are my manners? My name's Fiona. I used to be in Shrek. Pleased to make your acquaintance, traveler. Some side quests will display hint zones, indicating general areas you need to investigate. These zones will appear on your map as blue circles. Yeah, got it. Do you have a sense of the size of the map? No, because it's doing the Elden Ring thing, and I can't... Wait, oh, I can actually, sorry. I thought we had to go from that map and zoom out, but no, we've got that much to look at. And so far, all of our journey has taken us from that volcano, well, the left corner there, where the town was, through to here. And that's like 2.5 hours or so. We're about to go to the Ice Mountain next, and then we leave from that north coast at the end, because that's where the demo finished. I'm assuming we'll get to come back if we choose because we can fast travel from these various points as well. Yeah, fine breeze today. Spirits of the wind must be in good mood. I think today might be the day. Oh, hello there. I have a favor to ask of you, if you'll spare the time. My name's Hiroshi. I'm a windmill maker here in the Vale, although I'm getting on in years now. I'm actually thinking of letting my 2 apprentices take over from me soon. They're both capable windmill makers. Is that the name of it? A windmill maker? I thought it would have sort of a more succinct title than that. My plan was to wait until the winds are fair, then give them both a task to perform unsupervised. And with the winds so good as we're having today, it seems like now is the right time. Obtained windmill components ×2. Here's what I need your help with. I'd like you to deliver some windmill parts to my apprentices. When you do, be sure to tell them they need to replace the parts by themselves. They should be waiting for me in airy passage by the windmills, I imagine. The first mill is straight ahead after you leave Longren. Head left from there to find the second. And I'm starting to think a gracious breeze carried you here today. May fair winds blow forever in your favor.
Huh?
Mount Gala is where Sylphid, the elemental of wind, dwells. The mountain is so sacred, even folk from the Vale rarely set foot there. Since Longren is traditionally closed off to the outside world, we have many legends and superstitions you won't hear anywhere else. Right. We've got another mission over here. Can I have my dash back soon? Excuse me, can I bother you for a sec? I wrote this really important letter, but a sudden gale blew it right out of my hands. I'm sorry to spring this on you so suddenly, didn't mean to startle you. The thing is, I was supposed to send this letter to a girl I'd like over in Rata. A love letter, I guess you'd call it. Kinda corny, I know. Now, how do I explain this? You know how the Moonlit Parish and the Earth Village were destroyed? Well, whenever I hear news like that, it reminds me that peace rests on a knife's edge. A letter like that might be my last chance. But just as I was getting ready to give her the envelope, the wind picked up, and well, you know the rest. I could look for it myself, but airy passage is rife with monsters. It'd be way too dangerous for someone like me to go there alone. But you look like capable adventurers. Do you think you could try and find my letter if you're ever in the area? Items required to complete quests may sometimes be lying somewhere on the ground. These items will glow a bright red color. Pick them up and bring them back to the person requesting. I couldn't even say no.
Got some syrup.
You ever just get some syrup?
Yes.
Yes is the answer. Yes, you do. You do just get some syrup. Did I talk to you? Yes, like multiple times.
Let's rest up.
Well, I think you know what that means. It's probably about time to call it for today. But I definitely enjoyed this. I would like to play another session of this, possibly multiple. I didn't even get to where the demo ended yet, but we also started further into the game. I do think this intro is highly necessary to build interest in the world building, and now I have like a way bigger investment into it than I did before. It's a very cool game. I'm enjoying it. The combat's fun, the graphics are beautiful, the characters are interesting, but I'm not sure how to feel about them yet. I like the voice acting for the most part, maybe a few too many grizzly syrups, but what can you do? It's not the end of the world. For the most part, though, really good stuff. Hopefully you've enjoyed it as well, and again, thank you to Square Enix for sending over a code. I will have to keep saying that if I play more of the game. Hopefully it wasn't too annoying, but that is just part and parcel with this. Yeah, I would recommend it based on what I played so far, but I don't know the whole scope of the game yet, and it is a full-price game, so I understand. But you can play the demo yourself if you want to give it a go.